Hey guys, and welcome back to another YouTube video. In this video we'll be going through the greatest comeback I've seen in quite a while from Collingwood, probably only bettered by the comeback from, I think it was Brisbane against the Miracle on Grass. I don't remember exactly when that was. I'll quickly search it up, but that was a great comeback that day, and I don't think we've seen anything since then as good. I know that this was when was this Miracle on Grass? 2013, yeah, that was it. The Miracle on Grass was probably the best comeback I've ever seen, but this one was up there, even though it was against North Melbourne, from Collingwood's perspective. This was still a great comeback. You always felt like they had a chance just because the amount of chances they were getting in the end, and that just came back to really bite North Melbourne. There was a lot of questionable calls, etc., that you can make, but North Melbourne gave it their best shot. They shot 19 goals for. You're never really going to beat that. But anyway, before we jump into this video, remember to like and subscribe, turn the notification bell on so you know when I upload, and let's get into the video. So, as you can see here, North Melbourne, Cam Zurhaar actually put together a really good game. 19 touches, 9 marks, 6 tackles, 3 goals, 1. That's basically all that you can expect out of a medium forward. And yeah, he just did what he needed to do and almost got them over the line. George Wardlaw had one of the best halves I've ever seen. What was it? Was it 22 touches in the first half or something, or 12 in the first quarter? He was just absolutely immense. Kicked a goal in the end, 10 contested possessions, 6 clearances, but couldn't get the job done. But I do think this is what we can sort of almost, I wouldn't say exactly expect from Wardlaw going forward, because he hasn't put them together consistently. But I think if you look at Wardlaw, I think he's one that could be on the verge for a massive breakout in season 3 for him. Sorry, not 4. Let me just check what was his, I'm just checking what is his overall season sort of average. He's got a 79 season average, so he's pointing on probably being an 85 guy. And like we had with Nick Martin and some other guys, Amon, etc., Matt Holmes as well, if he feels like a guy that maybe not necessarily with a role change, but can be that guy that really hits the next level, especially if he starts doing getting massive disposals, as I feel like he's got a strong contested game that can lead to high tackle numbers and marks. I mean, he's at 4.1 marks, 4.1 tackles. It's just the 19 touches on average that he needs to really raise up, but I'm really looking forward to watching him in the second half of the season, because if he can get a better tank, I think that's one of the things stepping him back, 74% time on ground. If he can get that up to sort of that 80 range, and I just want to check what is his season average for time on ground, because that'll be important. Let me just see. Time on ground, 72%. He needs to get that to 80, 82%, and then you can basically multiply him by about 1.2, and that will get him about 16 more points. So yeah, his time on ground just needs to go up as he's really able to have a point. He's a really good points per minute guy, just needs to stay out there. Bailey Scott, 116, 23 touches, 11 marks, 5 tackles. Tristan Cherry, 107, 103. I thought he was probably about even though he scored 107, he was about the 4th or 5th best ruckman for the week, even with Max going out. That's how crazy good ruckmen were this week. I mean, Darcy Cameron put up a 95, and he was about the 6th or 7th best ruckman. But yeah, he just put up a pretty decent effort. I was just a little bit worried with Bryn Teakle there that he would get slightly diminished, and it looks like it could be slightly the case that his hit-outs are maybe a little bit diminished. LDU had a massive Supercoach game, 16-15, 100 on the fantasy side of things, and yeah, this is sort of what I think he can do. I think he can have big games. It's just a question of, can he get the non-disposal points really that is needed, as I don't think he's a mass non-disposal getter. Looking at the averages here, 28 touches, 3.5 marks, 3.5 tackles for 96 fantasy points. He probably needs to lift those mark and tackles by about 1 per game, and that's where he'll sit around that 102, 103 range. Harry Sheezel, 99, got a little bit stalled in the last quarter. Didn't really get the ball as much as, Collingwood just overran them. Curtis Taylor, 97, Nick Larkey, 80, Darcy Tucker, 80, Zach Fisher, 71. Zach Fisher really stalled. I'm glad that I didn't put the captaincy on him and had Errol Goulden go off to save that, as that would have been 50 points and really annoying. But yeah, 71 double in him. Just didn't really get the ball in the second half. I think he had something like maybe 5 or 6 touches in the second half. Let me just double check that. Zach Fisher, quarter 3, he had 8 touches. Quarter 4, he had 15 for a combined 30-point second half. So yeah, he really fell off. Charlie Comben, 68. Paul Curtis, 67. 84. Liam Shields, Teakle. Tom Powell, 46. He's really become an absolute shocker of a player. Wish I had offloaded him, honestly. but hopefully he'll be an upgrade come round 16 with all things considered. Toby Pink, Luke McDonald, Will Phillips got subbed out because he sort of ran out of legs, which is not a good sign, honestly. With, he did have 68% time on ground through the first 3 quarters, which is probably closer to 90-91% time on ground through the first 3. Aiden Core, Callan Dawson, Jackson Archer, and Jaden Stevenson. Then you go over to Collingwood. Jack Crisp, again, one of the best pickups for fantasy this year. Mid-season, when that role change happened, only took about 1 or 2 games for me to realise, I think. This is about the 3rd week of owning him, and I think he's scored 100, maybe 5 or 6 weeks. But yeah, he's just been amazing, and one that really racks up the non-disposal points. Nick Dacos, 98, 129. He was amazing in the last quarter, broke the tag, and when he broke the tag, I think he had something like maybe 40 fantasy points in the last quarter alone. Where is it here? No, he actually only had 30, but he also had 40 in the third as well. So he had 70 of his 98 in the last 2. So he was amazing. Darcy Cameron, Steele Sidebottom. Bobby Hill was amazing with 5 goals as well, as much as you can pretty much get out of a small forward. Josh Dacos, 73. Lockie Schultz as well was pretty amazing as a sort of small medium forward. 4 goals, 72 fantasy points. Jeremy Howell got swung forward, kicked the go-ahead goal, I believe. Hoskin, Elliott, Maynard, Lipinski. Lipinski only 16 touches. He really relies on disposals to get upwards. Bo McCreary had 7 tackles, which is about as usual. John Noble barely touched it. Isaac Quaynor. Lockie Sullivan had a really good last quarter, if I remember correctly. He had a last quarter of... He actually didn't, I don't believe. Where is he? It doesn't look like he had that good of a last quarter then. Where is he? Where is he? Lockie Sullivan, 19 points in the last, and then in the third quarter he had a 23. So he had 42 of his 46 in the second half. Charlie Dean, Harvey Harrison with a 42-42. Nathan Kruger, 41. Yeah, those 2 boys just didn't get involved in Harrison and Sullivan, which was annoying, and Sullivan butchered the ball. Kruger, Moore, Giath, Billy Frampton, Reef, McGuinness, and then Finlay McRae got subbed out yet again very, very early, I believe. And yeah, so that pretty much is the game. I don't want to spend too long on it. Just checking the time there. North Melbourne just absolutely pretty much ran out of legs, and Collingwood just ran over the top of them. You could almost see it coming just because of the how much time was left in the game, given they were up 9 goals, which you shouldn't be able to come back from no matter the team. But Collingwood just the weight of chances in the end. They kicked. I think they had something close to 20. What was it? 12 goals, 9. So they had 21 chances in a half of footy compared to 7. 7 chances to 21. You're pretty much always going to come back with that many scoring shots. But yeah, and it was mostly through... They were up about 40 points or so. Maybe it was even 50 points then. I think it was about 45 or 40 points deep into the third quarter. And then Collingwood just went on a run where they basically kicked something like 8 or 9 goals to 1 run. And that just basically had the comeback there. But anyway, that is the video, and I will see you guys in the last recap of the round, which was the GWS versus Port Adelaide game. So I'll see you guys in that one. Bye, guys.